not them. The penguin paradox.
There's this documentary footage that absolutely broke me. These penguins, hundreds of them, all waddling together toward the open water, toward food, toward survival. Standard penguin behavior, right? But then one penguin caught everyone's eye. The one in the center. He wasn't heading toward the feeding grounds with the others. He wasn't returning to the safety of the colony either. He just turned around and started walking straight toward the mountains, 70 kilometers away, into absolute emptiness. Dr. Angeli, the researcher, said something that still haunts me.
Even if they caught this penguin and brought him back to the colony, he would immediately turn around and head right back toward those mountains.
But why? Why would any creature choose certain death over guaranteed survival? And then it hit me. He was born among thousands, surrounded by warmth, by bodies pressed together for survival. Yet somehow, he lived unseen. Always there, but never really noticed. Always a step behind the group, as if secretly hoping someone would turn around, see him, wait for him. No one ever did. When winter tightened its grip and the colony huddled closer, there was no space left for him. Not because he was weak, not because he was different, but because the world had already moved on without him. Everyone had found their place, their partner, their purpose. Everyone except him. So he left. No dramatic fight, no farewell speech, no explanation. The mountains welcomed him with silence. And somehow, that silence felt more honest than the noise of belonging nowhere. Every step toward those mountains hurt. His little feet weren't made for this journey. But you know what would have hurt more? Staying. Watching everyone else fit perfectly into a life that had no room for him. At night, the cold pressed in from all sides. Yet, it felt strangely familiar. The wind listened when no one else ever had. The snow, in its own brutal way, was kinder than being invisible among thousands. Somewhere far behind him was safety, warmth, survival. Somewhere ahead was uncertainty, struggle, probably death. But for the first time in his entire life, the direction was his own. For the first time, he wasn't following. He was choosing. Maybe he wasn't walking away from the colony at all. Maybe he was walking toward meaning, toward something that mattered, even if he couldn't name it. Because sometimes, the ones who don't fit are the only ones brave enough to choose a new path. Everyone else was content with the same routine: eat, sleep, survive, repeat. But he wanted more. Even if more meant dying alone on a frozen mountain. And even though he could never fly, even though nature designed him for water and ice and waddling in groups, he would climb the highest mountains just to touch the sky. Because some souls aren't meant to fit in. They're meant to find their own meaning, even if it kills them. That penguin. He's every person who ever felt invisible in a crowded room. Every kid who sat alone at lunch. Every adult who smiles in group photos but feels utterly alone. Every soul brave enough to walk away from safe, because safe was slowly killing them anyway. So if you're that penguin right now, if you're walking towards your own mountains while everyone else thinks you're crazy, keep walking. The colony will never understand. They'll call you lost, broken, foolish. But you're not lost. You're the only one who knows where you're going. And maybe you won't make it. maybe the journey will break you. But at least you'll die climbing towards something that mattered to you, rather than living invisible among thousands who never even knew your name.